A lot of Africans have tried to invest in property in the US, in the UK, as well as in Africa, and they face a lot of challenges. And I just want to open your eyes to opportunities here. There are three ways I'm going to open your eyes. I'm going to show you how you can make money by investing in land and keeping it for some years and then flipping it. I'm going to be showing you how you can invest cash and be getting returns every year. Lastly, I'm going to show you how you can become a marketer, a referrer. You refer people to other people's estate and you collect money for it. So all these are what I'm going to be showing you. How many of you are ready for me? If you're ready, type I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, again, I'm going to be putting my number, both my WhatsApp number. Okay, I'm going to put my US number, which is temporarily available when I'm in the US. So you should take seriously the WhatsApp number because that is always available anywhere I am in the world. I'm also going to post my email, okay? And I'm pinning it to my wall. So I've just pasted it and I'm pinning it to my wall. So I've pinned it. So you can find all the details. So everybody keep sharing, 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 and let me know if you're ready to learn about real estate without tears. Share, 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 keep sharing, guys. Again, my name is Stephen Akinta. For those of you who came late and are just joining us, I'm Africa's premier internet digital marketing consultant, and I'm one of the most sought after personal finance coach in Africa. I'm the MDC of GTES Group. We're into several businesses. We have businesses all over the world. We have a couple of businesses in the UK, in the US, in different parts of the world. We're also present. We have 18 subsidiaries in Nigeria, so we're everywhere. And God has helped us in these 9 years to grow tangible wealth. Okay. Also, I've consulted for several companies in Africa, presidential candidates, political parties, governors, senators, banks, GT Bank, different big multinational. I thank God for how far He has helped me in business. Okay. Brado Agmon, please do not get me pissed off. Why are you posting your number? Okay. You see how many people are watching. What do you mean by, so I should call you? Is that what you're saying? That's not realistic, my brother. Okay, I've posted my number if you need something from me. And these are things that matter. That's how you get swindled. If I'm really who I am, do you think I will have time to call you? With all sense of humility. Huh? That's how you get swindled. Anybody who will call your number is trying to swindle you, is joking. You have to, if you need something from somebody, you contact the person. That's how it's done, bro. Okay? So, and I think these are some of the things Africans do. You want people, nobody of value who is the one that needs to add value to your life will be chasing you. You have to be the one to chase him. All those people I've met in my life that I knew they had something I wanted, I went after them. They didn't come after, I went after them. Many of them didn't even have my time, but I chased them till they had my time. So you don't just come and then you're posting your number. You want me to call you? Why will I call you? For what? What will I even say when I call you? Okay? So again, this is me. I travel all over the world. I do a lot of traveling. Like I said earlier, this is Burj Al Arab. This built on artificial island in Dubai. The second picture is Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. And then this is in Dallas. That's my US partner, Pastor Beckley, amazing guy, awesome guy. And then we have, this is in New York with Dr. Okpeba, with my friend Tope Rushawa, and then Houston. Okay. Now, Commonwealth. This is another training by Commonwealth. So let's move on. So you can take control of your financial destiny, and I think you can. One of the best quotable quotes I have, it said, the best investment on earth is the earth. Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it is about the safest investment in the world. Okay? It's one of the safest form of investment. This is by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Okay? Now, what is real estate? So let's go into the crux of the matter. Please share this video, tag your friends, share and tag people in this video. What is real estate? Now, real estate is a property consisting of land, anything fixed, immovable, or permanently attached to it, as well as the natural resources of land, which include farm crops, livestock, water, mineral resources. Let's look at the types of real estate. Okay, types of real estate. Residential real estate include underdeveloped land, houses, condos, townhouses. Number 2, commercial real estate are offices, that's office building, warehouses, retail store buildings. Okay, number 3, industrial real estate, which include factories, mines, and farmland. Okay, so these are types of real estate. So let's look at 7 reasons to invest in real estate. 7 reasons to invest in real estate. How many of you are ready? Because let me tell you this, 90% of the richest people in the world are rich through real estate. So there's no point deceiving ourselves. If you want to be rich, real estate is one of those things you have to take serious. That is where the tangible money is. You can do mini importation to make 1 or 2 money, but where you can make transgenerational wealth is in properties. There's so much money in property. I am humbled when I went into property. I used to think I was rich, but property humbled me, because a single land we're trying to buy, some of them go for as much as 1 billion naira. I've never seen that kind of money in my life. We have to be doing flexible payments and things like that. So it is it's a lot, honestly. But this is how to really build lasting wealth. Transgenerational wealth is done through real estate. Okay, so let's look at 7 reasons. Real estate appreciates in value. This is one of the benefits. Number 2, real estate can be leveraged. So you can use it to get loan once you have a real estate property. Number 3, it can be used as good security. Okay, as collateral. It can create multiple avenues of cash flow. It is safe and stable investment. Investing in real estate puts the investor in total control of his asset. Real estate is the best retirement plan, honestly. Okay, these are benefits. So let's look quickly 6 ways to invest in real estate. How many of you want to know the 6 tangible, profitable ways to invest in real estate? Type I want to know. Come on, guys. How many of you want to know? Type I want to know. Can I just eat something quickly while I'm waiting for your comment? Type I want to know. Okay. I've been talking for 2 hours now. You guys too to talk. So I want to show you 6 simple ways to invest in real estate. If you are interested, type I want to know. I'm waiting, guys. Sandra said, I want to know. Okay. Isaac said, I want to know. Richard came and said, I want to know. Good, everybody wants to know. Good. Okay, so let's go quickly. Number 1, buy a house. One of the simple ways to make money from real estate, the first one is to buy a house. Okay. Number 2, buy a rental property, a property that you want to get for the purpose of renting out. Number 3, join a real estate investment group. Number 4, practice real estate flipping. Number 5, buy in a real estate investment trust. Number 6, buy a land. And I'm going to explain all of this very soon. Okay. So number 1, let's look at advantages of buying a house. Number 1, a house is a tangible asset. It will always have value. Number 2, you can live in it. Number 3, you can use the property as a leverage. Number 4, give you the ability to grow your wealth over time. These are one of the advantages of buying a house. You will also have a secure retirement plan, leveraging on this. But it also has a disadvantage. So let's look at the disadvantages of these two. Okay? Disadvantages of this could also be that it's quite expensive for you to buy a house. As to buying a land, if it were to be a land is quite cheaper than a house. Now, complication. There's a lot of complication when you want to use a house to get a loan. It can be complex. High carrying costs. So, in terms of taxes, utility, insurance, and all of that. If you have a house, there's a lot of cost that comes with it. You know, in terms of utility, in terms of things like that, it comes with a lot of other costs. Number 4, ongoing maintenance is also an issue. Timing to sell and high or low. So these are issues that are part of this. Okay. Now, when you buy a rental property, it has also its advantage. So we've moved from buying a house. So let's look at the advantage of buying a rental property. Okay, it's a tangible asset. It will always have value because you rent it out to people and you collect rent regularly. You can live in it. Okay, you can use the property as a collateral leverage. Okay, multiplication of asset. The disadvantage is there's complication when you want to use it for loan. You can have complications. Tendencies, problem of leasing. You can have a house and then nobody is renting it and the house is just there. And you have to, ongoing maintenance also has to go on it. You have to pay normal costs. You know, sometimes it's hard to get your return on investment on a rental property. But if we're in Africa, we all know what I'm talking about. It can be wahala. You know, tenant, landlord wahala. Then property management is usually challenging. To manage a property well, if there is no skill, it can be a big issue. So let's look at the third way of investing in real estate. Let's look at the advantages of that too and the disadvantages. Okay. For the third way, the advantages, tangible asset, that's to join a real estate investment group. It will always have value. You can live in it. You can use the property as a leverage. High carrying costs that are deductible. Multiplication of assets. So these are advantages. What is the disadvantage of real estate investment group? You are only a part owner. Okay, we are talking about this when it comes to real estate investment group. They are majorly in cities like New York, like Dubai, where you are not buying a whole property. You may be buying just a condo or a floor out of the whole big unit. Okay, so sometimes the disadvantage is that you are just a partial owner, so it's complicated to get loan. Tenant problem also because you also have to lease it out. Ongoing maintenance costs also comes with this. High carrying costs too are issues. Reselling some of these properties are very complicated. I know somebody who was trying to sell her own property in Dubai. She borrowed, I think, $50,000, and according to her, I mean, it was a big issue, and she had to let go the whole property because she couldn't sell it. Now, the property managers are the ones that have control of the property. So it's whatever they give to you that you take. Okay, and you obviously have no control over the property when you are dealing with a real estate investment trust. Okay. Let's look at the advantage of practicing real estate flipping. Who knows the meaning of real estate flipping? Can anybody tell us the meaning of real estate flipping? Okay, by the way, please share this video, get people to watch this video. Can anybody tell us the meaning of real estate flipping? Can anybody do that? What do you think you know, or what do you think is the meaning of real estate flipping? When they say real estate flipping, what do you think is the meaning of it? Okay, anybody want to make an attempt? What does it mean, real estate flipping? Because this is a popular term in the real estate industry, you know, and it's a major term in the real estate industry. So who want to share that? Okay, what do you know by flipping? Isaac says buying low, selling high. God bless you, Isaac. You're very right. Okay. Sandra says you buy a fix and then sell it. Elijah says, I want to know. Doesn't know. One Chinese language guy says, means to buy and sell later when the market is more profitable. Buy a house, repair it, and put it up to the market. Okay, good. I got good answers from all of you. Thank you, guys. So real estate flipping means you're buying a property, a house, you renovate it, and then you sell it at a higher price. Usually you buy when there's auction, when somebody, you know, the best way to do property flipping is to do distress sales. When people are in distress, they just want the property to go fast. You just quickly buy. I have a friend who started his real estate journey this way. He got a property in Lekki Phase 1 at a distress price for 350 million. He got it. In 40 days, he was able to sell that same property for 600 million. Can you see? That was how much profit is that? That's a whooping 250 million. And then he got another property for 650 million and sold it for 1 billion. You know, so that's how to flip property. Now, advantages, tangible asset, it will always have value. You can live in it. You can use the property as a leverage, high carrying costs that are deductible, multiplications of assets, in the short term, not long term. The disadvantage of this is one of the most profitable niches anyway. Just the only disadvantage with this is that large investment is required. If you want to do property flipping well, you need to invest a lot of money, and then short-term holding cost. Okay, so it's not like you're able to hold it for a longer time. Okay, possibility of not able to offload the property in a bad market. So there are sometimes you buy and you think you're able to sell at a higher price, and the market falls, and to your surprise, you discover that you are not able to sell it at the price that you wanted to sell it. Okay. Also, time to do the flipping. Okay. Or sometimes you just get frustrated. You don't even know what time you can flip the property and that will do well. Also, it requires a good knowledge of the property renovation. You have to know how to renovate properties well. Okay, so those are the issues with that. Number 5, buy into a real estate investment trust. Advantage of this is that it always has value, no headache with tenant. Okay, because when you're doing a trust, you are not in charge of maintaining that particular property. So you agree on a particular amount of interest, and that interest keep coming to you. You don't need a realtor to cash out in this case. Monthly cash flow. So when you go into programs like this, we even have a program that we have coined for this. I'm going to share that with you later. So usually when you get into real estate trust investment, so it's a whole property that you're investing into or part of the property, but you have no headache as to anything. It's just like a trust. Okay, you just get returns on a regular basis. Excuse me, you don't have much headache about tenant, what happened to the property. Okay, but its advantage is that you have no control on the property, because it's not like you are just, it's like a stock of some sort. The value fluctuates with the stock market, because it's like some form of shares. No leverage also. Possibility of not being able to offload the property in the bad market if you want to sell your trust at the time you want to sell it. Okay, so let's go to the last one, which is investing in landed properties, okay, which is the best of all of them anyway. And land is actually the best kept secret in the world. The advantage of land is massive. Land can become anything. Many of you were around when I taught on 13 benefits of investing in land. If you had watched that video, type 1. If you didn't, type 2. Okay, one of the videos I did recently, I taught on 13 benefits of having a land. If you watched that video, type 1. If you didn't, type 2. Okay, I want to have an idea. Maybe I should repeat myself on the 13 benefits of a land. A land is one of the most precious and valuable assets you can ever get. I recommend land any day, anytime. Even myself, I'm investing every day in lands and lands and land by the day. More land, more land, more land. Oh, so many of you were not there the day I taught on land. Okay, remember again, I have a gift for anybody who shared this video more than 20 times. I have a gift for you. So please keep sharing. Even if you have shared up to 20 times, keep sharing again and again and again, please. And I appreciate you, because we have to add value. We have to make people know about opportunities that are out there and how they can take advantage of it. So let me see if I can get where I wrote that stuff. It's by one of my mentors that I respect dearly. Okay. 13 Reasons Why You Should Invest in Land by Pastor Matthew Ashimolo. Number 1 benefit is that land appreciates, but buildings do not appreciate. Okay. So land appreciates, buildings do not appreciate. I was sharing that training. Many of you were not there, but go and look for it and please watch it. How Pastor Paul Adefarasin got a property in Lekki Phase 1 years ago, about 14 to 15 years ago. And when he got these acres of land, he was going for 25 million. 10 years later, that same acre of land was going for 3 billion naira. 3 billion, 3 B. Okay? And I mean, 3 billion naira. So land is what I appreciate. House doesn't appreciate. When you want to sell a house, they will have to value the house. Okay? In fact, if you don't maintain a house, they keep depreciating in value. But you can't measure a land. You can't literally value a land as it were. A landowner can choose how much he wants to sell his land. Okay? Number 2, land was the first thing God gave to man. In the Garden of Eden, he put him inside the garden. Number 3, God gave man land to perpetuate wealth. It's the way God perpetuates wealth. God wants to make you wealthy, gives you a land. Number 4, we must reverse the course on the land so we can take advantage of all the benefits in it. Number 5, land can be left as an inheritance for upcoming generation. Land was man's first steward. Man was first sent to take care of the land. If you look at Genesis, you see that God says, subdue the earth and, dominate it, multiply, subdue it and dominate it. The whole assignment God gave man was to handle land. Number 8. Okay. Number 7, the ownership of land is a sign of blessing from God. When God wants to bless a man, he gives him a land. You look at Abraham, Genesis chapter 12, when God told him, I will show you a land flowing with milk and honey. That was the only promise he was showing him. Land is how God bless a man. Number 8, land is a blessing for establishing the covenant rights of believers. Number 9, land gives you the access to acquire wealth, equity, to develop prosperity for the future. Number 10, the ownership of land gives you an opportunity to bring glory to God. Number 11, the Bible mentioned land 1,651 times. Okay? So you should know there's importance in it. Okay. God, number 12, God desires to give you good land and a spacious land. Number 13, share a companies can be wiped out, okay, overnight, but land remains forever. So you don't have to monitor it, except in Africa. Okay, you don't have to monitor land, except in Africa, where if you are not wise, you can lose everything, right? But if you buy into an estate, which is part of what I'm going to be teaching you, even in Africa, you don't have to monitor your land. It's there, and you can take advantage of it to build something tangible for yourself. How many of you are happy being here? If you think what I'm sharing, you are getting value and you're learning a lot, come on, can you type I'm learning, I'm getting value? Okay, can you type I'm learning, I'm getting value? Sandra says that's funny. What's funny there, Sandra? Which part of my conversation is funny? Okay, tangible asset is, let's look at advantage of land. Number one is a tangible asset. It will always have value. Number two, you can live in it, on it, build on it, and farm on it. Okay. Number three, supply and demand will always put upward the price on a land. And number four, you can use the property as a leverage. Number five, low carrying costs that are deductible. When you buy a house, you have to spend money maintaining the house. You have to spend money on many things when you buy a house. But if it's a land, you are not spending anything to maintain any land. Land is rare, therefore very valuable long term. If you look at places like New York, there's no more land. You can't buy land in New York anymore. You buy sky, okay? You buy floors. So you buy into the air, okay? First floor, 27th floor, 40th floor. And that's one of the beauty of a land. So you see a land today, that land can turn to amazing wealth because the time comes, if that area is well maximized, they start selling floors like they do in New York, okay? So number 7, land can be sold in subdivision. Okay, it's hard to sell houses in subdivision once they're built once, but you can sell land in subdivision. You can buy an acre and begin to sell one acre. I know one of our pastors here in the US who bought one of my a property partner with for as low as 550,000 some years ago. Right now, he's selling that same. He bought 2 acres. He's now selling per plot to people here in the US for 2.5 million. And you know, because he's based here in the US, I mean, how many of you, if somebody who is, whether you're US or UK, one of your friends come to you and show you his own document in Nigeria or in his country and wants to sell to you, how many of you will buy? Type 1. If you buy, because there's more trust now, right? Because the person is based here. So because he is based here, he's even now able to sell what he bought for 550, sell for 2.5 per plot. Can you imagine? And he's making cool cash. You know, so that's one of the benefits of land, because you can sell in subdivisions when you buy land. Okay. Number 9, land. Number 8, land sold to builders is often sold at 10 times, 40 times, 100 times, 50 times the initial value it was purchased. So many times you see somebody buy a land, like I told you of the case of Pastor Paul Adefarsin, who bought the land for 25 million. 10 years later, the land was worth 3 billion. How do you explain that? That kind of growth, that's unusual. That's even, how do you even analyze that? That's massive. Okay. And then no headache from tenants. These are one of the benefits. When you have your land, you know, that you've not built on it, there's no tenant giving you a headache. You just leave it for years and you can later resell it at a very high price. There's huge return on investment on land real estate. Huge returns. You can have massive return on investment when you are dealing with land. What's the disadvantage? Time to sell. If you don't have a good mentor, a good coach, you may sell the land at a wrong time, okay? At a wrong time where you are not able to maximize the benefits and you end up losing. So you need to be sure you have somebody guiding you so that you know when to flip a land. Also, no immediate cash flow. So when you buy a land, it's a long-term investment. So it's not as if you are making money on the immediate, okay? But of course, in the long run, you end up making lots and lots of money for yourself, okay? And these are the benefits of land. So how many of you think you will be interested in investing in land? If you want to invest in land, type 1. Okay, if you think land investment is good, type 1. Type 1. Come on, everybody, type 1. One of the things I love about real estate investment is the low economic risk. You know, inflation, recession. In fact, in Nigeria, for example, where we have 5 estates, the year 2016, where there was recession, the value of property actually went higher. Okay, it's usually not affected by stocks. So let's look at how many of you want to get a land? Okay, you want to invest in land. With this revelation and information you've gotten, how many of you think that you need to really invest in land? And like I told you earlier, this is a time to secure. You know, when you have your own land, they call you a landlord. You are the lord of the land. And I believe everybody deserves to have a land. I don't care. Your car is not an asset. It's a liability. Okay? The house you live in is not an asset, it's a liability. It's the properties you buy that are developing, that have future growth, that are asset. Because many times we don't know the difference between these things, and that's why we've not been able to build wealth like we would have wanted. When 2015, we got so big as a company, we consulted for presidential candidate, governors, and we made hundreds of millions. And as a company, I told my team, I said, if we're not careful, this will be the highest money we ever made. I said to them, we have to find a way out on our next form of investment. I remember one of the trips I did, I came to Silicon Valley. I was shocked. I saw that most of the tech giants were buying properties, they had campuses, and I knew I was right to invest in properties. As I told my team, I said, this one will not die. We can build a software and tomorrow the software is not useful anymore. But the land will be forever useful. Okay? The land will be forever useful. And that's how our company, 2015, started investing in land. And today, we have land worth billions. And we wouldn't have seen this possible if we had not invested in land. In fact, some of the lands we bought, that when we bought them, we were going for as low as 2.5 million. Under 1 year, some of them have grown to 7.5 million. So, I mean, money. But I've just started because we have a vision of having 200 estates between now and the year 2035. 200 estates. So it's a massive one. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. We're going to do this big time. Let me show you quickly 10 essential points to buying property safely in Africa without tears. Things to look out for. Number 1, be certain about the reason why you're buying land. Only if you can answer the question of why you need to buy a property. You need to do proper definition of your motivation of wanting to get a property. This is where the problem is. Sometimes we don't even have the right motivation. Some people want to buy a property in their village to show their loved ones that they have arrived. All these years I've spent in America, I've made it. Or I've spent in the UK. And I think it's a wrong motive. And that's why many people end up building 6-bedroom flat in a village that nobody will live, and the whole property is rotting away. It has not developed in value. It has not amount to anything. So you must get the reason why you want to get property right. One of the major reasons I encourage people to get property, no matter what, first of all, is to make money. It should be for investment. Every other thing can be secondary. Okay? Your first move should be, I want to get property where I can make. Let me give you an example. I don't live on the island because of the traffic of the island. When it rains, the marshy nature of the island. Yet I have 3 estates, minimum of 20 acres on the island. Can you imagine? Because I understood that it's on the island where there's water that rich people live, wealthy people live. So if I carry that money and I don't invest in certain areas, and I say because I don't like those areas, I will not be able to maximize my wealth. So I have to put my money in a place where the money can go higher. That I know when I will flip the property, it will amount to a huge amount. So I see people who needed to invest, for example, maybe in Ibeju-Lekki, who will say, no, Ibeju-Lekki, there's traffic, doing water, there's water there. And I'll be like, so what does that have to do with anything? You can buy that land, 5 years later, sell it, make enough money, make times 10, and then come and build something on the mainland. It's up to you. But you want to buy for the purpose of where you can quickly make good money. For me, I think this is one of the reasons why anybody should choose to go into property. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, type it makes sense. Is what I'm saying making sense? If it makes sense, type it makes sense. Number 2, be certain about the type of property you need. Almost everybody wants a big, spacious, exquisite, finished property. But not everybody can afford it. So hence, your money, I tell people that don't buy clothes according to your size, because everybody's size nowadays is big. Buy your clothes according to the content of your material. So if you don't have enough money, even though they are saying Ibeju-Lekki is where the money is, go and start with Aton, start with Ikorodu. Life is in phases. Men are in sizes. Leave your size part time. Many people have seen young people who needed to have invested so much in property and have so much property, who today still don't have one. In fact, there was a man, one of my dear friends, his own father is almost falling sick because of his older brother, who is making good money, lives in Lekki Phase 1, but does not have a property. And the man said, I was a civil servant. At some point, I became a carpenter, and I still had my own house. How come you are making this much and you don't have a house? And guess what the son is saying? He said, I'm gathering money, okay, to buy, because me, I want to live in Lekki Phase 1. The average land in Lekki Phase 1, houses in Lekki Phase 1 is 250 million. Let's even assume this guy is making 1 million every month. When will he be able to afford that? Except he steals. So life is in phases. Men are in sizes. Leave your size per time. When it comes to investing in property, so that you don't get swindled. And this is also one of the reasons why people have been swindled, because they will now end up saying they were swindled, but they didn't know that they were greedy. They didn't analyze properly without practicing smart. There's a lady who thought she was smart. And I've seen that nature with her, because even after working with her several times, I still noticed that she still had that attitude. She thought she was smart. She got a property somewhere. And at the end of the day, she discovered that the documentation she had thought it had, it didn't have. It was unreal. And I told her, when she told me that she got it for a certain amount, I said, you can't get property in that as for a certain amount. She thought maybe I was trying to, at the end of the day, it was exactly as I said. So sometimes I look at young people want to go to property, trying to play smart. It's better you buy in a place more expensive and you have something tangible than you're trying to play games and play that you are smart and you lose everything. Okay? Or you are also trying to wait till you have all the money and you end up not even achieving anything. And those properties keep getting more expensive by the day. Number 3, be certain about your budget. Okay, there's a limit to the amount of money you have or set aside. So buy a property. A classic economic theory teaches that humans want unlimited, but the resources to satisfy them are limited. So for instance, to get a house in Lekki Phase 1 will cost you 250 million. Even a land will cost you 150 million. Chevron Drive. Years ago, it was 20 million. But, that's years ago. Okay? So you have to be realistic, work with your budget. Number 4, be definite about your preferred location. Now that you know your budget, look at where are the areas that are still developing, okay, that I can invest in. Is it going to be Ikorodu? Ikorodu is good. Ato is good. Shimawa is good behind Redeem Camp. Mowe Ofada is good. Lagos Ibadan Express Road is very good. Ibejuleki is hot cake. You know, Badagry is good. So now that you know your budget, pick any of these areas. 5, the need to engage an experienced and reliable trusted agent. This is where people lose money. So they want to do property business instead of calling a credible agent who they can research online, they can Google. You know what they do? They go ahead and call their cousin. They call their brother. At the end of the day, the brother will even get from a credible company, but will be the one to buy, to swindle them. There's a story of a young man who told me his father, his own father, got the property for him. 6 plots, 1 acre, for about $20,000. And the property grew so fast. He said whenever the father needed money, he would just go sell 1 plot, finish the whole money. He said in the space of 3 years, the father has finished selling the whole 6 plots. His own blood father, yes, his father. Another story I heard was twins. They were twins, one male, female. The lady was in UK, and they both bought a land together beside each other. So she was sending money to her twin brother. That one was showing her picture of building the thing. So she came back to Nigeria thinking the house was ready. Because the brother wasn't around, but she met the wife. And I was like, auntie, I didn't suffer you to, we're telling you to send money so that you can build your land. See, your land is still there. Our own daddy has built our own. Obviously, the wife didn't know that it was the husband's sister money was using to build their own. I mean, by the time the brother came, he said, yeah, and so what? That money you sent wasn't your own. This one is my own house. She paralyzed right there. She's currently paralyzed today, even though she's returned to UK. So don't be fooled. A lot of the family members you're trying to send money to do not even believe. They believe that you are, particularly those of you in diaspora, they believe that you're plucking money from the back of your house. That's their mindset. Like there's money somewhere at the back of in the house in UK or US. I'm in Silver Spring now. I'm sure these people believe that somewhere behind this place now there's money. They're just picking the dollars. So it's wisdom, because if you say, who do we trust? Come on. How many of you here, when you want to buy property in UK or US, you go and call your brother in the UK or in the US to help you get property? How many of you? Type 1 if you do that. If you don't do that, type 2. Is there anybody in UK or US or outside Nigeria? You want to get property today? The first person you will call is one of your brothers in the US or in the UK. How many people do that? Okay? So many people don't. You have to go online, research credible property agent, and you call them, you ask for inquiry, and that's how you get property here. So what makes you think that if you want to buy property in Africa, you should do otherwise? There are credible companies in Africa that you can do business with. And I'm going to mention to you a couple of them quickly. I'm going to mention about 10 companies that I know. Now, I don't work for them. So, again, but at least some of them have worked for them before. Some of them I know them since I'm based in that market. But I don't work for them. So please, this is a disclaimer and take note. But I just want to share. So because I don't want this training to just be about that, my own estate alone. I just want to generally educate you, particularly if you want to invest in Africa. Number 6, go for physical inspection of your choice. Okay? So if you are around that location of where you're buying the property, go and check the place. Okay? Now, for those of you in diaspora who can't check the place, there are a couple of ways and things you can do. Number 1, you can ask for the video of the place. Okay? Let them show you the video of the place and how it looks like. Ask questions like, is it a dry land? Is it a wet land? Okay, and let them show you pictures. Also, let them show you the picture of the future plans, or let them tell you what are the future plans they have about the place. Okay, so these are very, very important aspect, because sometimes people even say, I'm going to send my family member to go check. And that too is being manipulated. I know several inspections that's been done, even in my company, where the family member will be saying that for me to convince my brother to buy your land, you have to give me something. Trust me. So at the end of the day, if you say you're not giving anything, they go by and say, don't buy you, that place is not good. I mean, all manner. I've seen all manner. Trust me. I know a guy who just had to come back buying from us. When he bought from her, apparently his sister wanted him to buy somewhere else. So it was our first estate. The place is waterlogged, and we were told it. But his sister came and just snapped water and just told me, this is water. I told you the other place is good. Now you want to buy. So then we used to do a 7-day refund if you check the place and you don't like it. It was a promo we did there. So it was within that 7 days, the sister checked it and she said, this is water. So he said he wanted to refund, and the company refunded him. Only for him to come back 2 years later to buy it times 3 of the price. Because obviously he now discovered that the sister was where she led him to was even wrong, and he lost there. He lost all his money there. It was swindle. And the sister was just doing that because of what she wanted to get from those other companies. So be smart, okay? And these are things you need to know. Number 7, don't be emotional, okay? Be patient in making sure you deal based on your size, what you can afford, and check what you want to get, ask all the questions you need to ask, follow your instinct. Okay, if somewhere is good and you're convinced this place is good, go for it. A lady invested with us. She said everybody told her, don't do. And she said to herself, I'm convinced these guys are real. And she did it. Okay, and she's grateful today because she's made a lot of money for herself now because the property has since appreciated. So follow your instinct. If you're convinced you should do something, go ahead and do it. Don't, because some of us will now begin to ask, 20 people. Okay, and these people are not experts when it comes to real estate. How many of you are enjoying this? If you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying it. Come on, guys. If this is something you're enjoying and it makes sense, type I'm enjoying it. Come on, let me know if you enjoy this. Number 9, properly do your due diligence. Again, like I said, ask questions, know about, what is the future plans and developments and all of that. It's very, very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Okay. Number 10, once you've completed all your payment, take possession. How do you take possession? You do your, what we call your survey. Many of the companies will do it for you. You do your survey. Once you've done your survey, you make sure you get your deed of assignment and they allocate where they are given to you once you finish payment. That's how to take possession once it's an estate. I say it again, I'm not advising you to buy a land from Omonile. Please don't. Take heed to my warning. Don't buy from Omonile. People have tried it. They've lost their money. They've been indebted. Don't do it. Don't just buy from Omonile. Look for a credible estate and do business with them. Even if you want to buy in bulk, look for credible real estate company. Let them guide you around it. They will charge you a token, but hey, it's better. I know, like I said, I know several people have lost so much on this property thing. There's another man I know, in the US, who invested $350 million in Lekki Phase 1, Ibeju Lekki. Got somebody he thought was a professional lawyer, and they sent in the money. They didn't get the land. Okay, at the end of the day, after doing Wala, they only returned 150 million. He lost 200 million naira cash. This man, it was God that helped him, that he didn't even die because of that process. So, and he thought that the lawyer he knew, and I keep telling people, because sometimes people get over emotional about this lawyer thing. Any lawyer that he himself, okay, does not own his own real estate company, you should listen to them less. Because many of you, they say that if you wear clothes on me, it's the one you're wearing, I will check. Some of these people, we should check what they have. Okay. So I'm sure you are blessed. Okay, so this is GTEx Home. We have a vision to solve housing problem in Nigeria. The housing deficit is massive. Okay, we hope to, and in Africa actually, by next year we're starting our real estate in the US and the UK. Currently, we have Sapphire Estate in Ikorodu. We have Jasper Phase 1 in Ibeju-Lekki. We have Berry Phase 1 in Ibeju-Lekki, Berry Phase 2 Ibeju-Lekki, and we have White House Estate in Norta, Aton, after Canaan Land. Okay, and very soon we're starting a housing scheme. So you can see the Jasper Estate is 7 million. If you're paying installment, this is Christmas promo. If you are paying outright all at once, you save yourself a whole 1 million naira, you pay just 6 million. We have, and it has C of O. We have Beryl Phase 1 and Beryl Phase 2 is going for 3 million if you're paying installment, 2.5 if you're paying outright. Okay, these have, registered survey, okay, and does not have CO. We also have Sapphire Estate, which is in Ikorodu, Owutu. This is an amazing estate. It's a waterlogged area. There's a good estate. In fact, the Fort Mainland Bridge will be passing through in front of our estate according to Lagos State Plan. It's a good place you want to invest in. It's in Ikorodu. Ikorodu is one of the fastest developing area in Lagos State. And then we have White House Estate Aton, okay, which is after Winners Chapel. And Winners, Canaan Land is there. Canaan Land is even building Canaan City, which is a 15,000 housing unit. That whole area is developing very, very fast, okay? So if you are interested, you can always visit our website, gtexhomes.com. You fill in the registration form, okay? And it's as simple as that. You make your payment and you send an email to info@gtexhome.com and they'll send you a document. As easy as that, okay? 80% of our clients, more than 80% of our clients are Nigerians in diaspora. And many of them are able to connect with us because of our pedigree, our track record, and I'm happy with the confidence they impose in us, okay? The second method is that you can invest. You don't want to buy a land. We have this 20% return on investment program where if you invest 5 million, you get 20% annual interest, okay, which is 1 million. Of course, if you now introduce people also, you will be able to get 10% of their own interest, okay, so which is 100,000 for introducing somebody. Now, one of the things that make people do this investment is that if you now later decide to even invest in our own property, you get 20% discount. Okay, whether it be it land or house, you get extra discount. So this is a tangible investment program a lot of people are leveraging on. We are raising about 1 billion now to expand our estate because from next year I want to go into housing scheme, we want to fence our estate round because for now we've not fenced it, we've not done gatehouse. Those are all scheduled for next year. Okay, so and once we do gatehouse, do fence, all the prices will increase. That's why you should take advantage now that you're getting at these prices. But we're using people in investment program to expand the place. And how do we know we will be able to pay the 20% annually? Because all our estates grow annually from 40% to 100% growth annually. In fact, we've seen some that have grown by 200%. Okay, so we know conveniently we'll be able to pay back everyone who is investing with us. They are 20% annual interest. So you invest 5 million minimum, you can invest 10 million, 20 or more, you get 20% returns. Okay, and that's how we do. We also have a program where you can refer people to invest with us. Okay, and when they invest with us, they get 20% commission. And when they choose to also be inviting other people to join the program, they also make more money for themselves. So in other words, if you introduce somebody and the person buys a property from us worth 5 million, you get 1 million paid to you as commission for introducing the person. But I always advise this: before you start introducing people, invest first, because some of them will ask you, you're asking me to come and invest with this company. Have you also invested? Have you put in your money? And it's just fair. to have invested and to have put in your own money to before asking other people to, so that you know the details about these companies and it's easier for you. You can also recruit people to join the consultancy program. People are able to join for with $20, $100, and so on. Anybody that you introduce to join the program, you get 20% of the money they used to sign up. So you can 50%, sorry, of what they used to sign up. So we've created wealth all around because our goal is to raise again millionaire realtors. All our businesses are structured so that we're able to empower other people to make more money. We have several people who have made so much money from this program through us. I don't know whether some of them's picture are here, but I'm going to show you later. So again, you can buy directly land from us. From this estate, you can invest. If you want to invest, you go to gtexhome.com/investment. You read more details about this investment program. Okay? So you see that we have every aspect covered. How many of you think we have every aspect covered here? gtexhomes.com/investment. Okay, for those of you who want to invest. But if you just want to buy land, you can visit gtexhomes.com. Okay, so minimum of 5 million is what we take for those who want to invest. And it's just an amazing investment program that has helped lots of people to increase their wealth. In fact, there's a woman who was sharing that she's had 7 million account doing nothing until she met me and she was able to maximize it and she's earning interest today. But if you want to make money from introducing people to join the program, you can visit gtexhome.com/empowerment. That's how to enroll to become one of those who will introduce people to us, and you get a whooping 20% commission. Yeah, my brother said, wow, man. So the referral ID, if you want to do this, is 058274244880. Now, this shows that I'm the one that referred you to this program. So it will ask you for a referral ID when you visit gtexhome.com/empowerment. 058274244880. Okay. So we had this diagram we did for this investment. We just tried to like analyze if somebody invests 5 million and decide not to remove the money, what would their money amount to in the next 10 years? See what happened. If you decide to keep reinvesting the money, by this first year, your 5 million will have turned to 6 million. By the second year, it will have turned to 7.2 million. By the third year, it will have turned to 8.64 million. By the fourth year, it will have turned to 10.368 million. By the fifth year, it will have turned to 12.41 million. That same 5 million, you keep reinvesting. By the 10th year, it will have turned to 30.9 million. Do you see the power of investment here? Okay, the power of investment. If you invest 10 million, in 10 years, you will have turned to 61.9 million. And that's the power of investment. A lot of times people need to know that. That's why the rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. Because only 5% of the population of the world choose to invest. The rest choose to eat with 5 fingers. And at the end of the day, they're wondering why they are not able to enjoy wealth like other people are. Okay, when you don't do what you need to do at the time you need to do it, you might end up regretting at the end of the day. Okay? So how many of you I enjoyed this? Again, our Twitter handle is GTEX Homes, Instagram GTEX Homes, Facebook GTEX Homes, LinkedIn GTEX Homes. Okay? So we're GTEX Homes across all platforms. You can always, of course, visit gtexhomes.com or send emails to gtexhomes.com. The other credible real estate, like I said, in Nigeria, we have Adron Homes, we have Property Mart, we have We have Trumval Investment Limited. We have Grenadines Homes. We have P1 Homes. We have Amen Estate. And so on and so forth. So they are credible companies. They have Lashon Link. I'd worked with them before too, before I started our own. Because one of the things I've learned in life is that one of these things that helped me was because I had worked with other people. So when I started our own estate, it was easier for me. You know, what you make happen for others will always happen to you. Okay? So again, these are my details for those of you who need to contact me.